take us through some of the adjustments within the M3 is an instructor here at the Performance Center, Jim Millard. Take us through the adjustments and how you set them with the iDrive.
Sure, Tommy. What we do is take the iDrive menu here, go to the M-Drive section, and you have several variable adjustments in here. You have your electronic damping control, dynamic stability control, power, and Silvertronic. And in each one of those sections, you have sub-functions that you can change and custom tailor to the way you want the car to perform.
I can't imagine how many lives have been saved on the road by these kind of programs, because they catch things quicker than most drivers can. They know you're in trouble before you do.
Yeah.
And so the way you set it here is your preferences for the M-Drive button. So whenever you hit the M-Drive button, it goes to your pre-selected choices and preferences.
Absolutely, and if you wish to overdrive that at any point in time, you have 3 buttons on the center console here that you can custom tailor as well.
So if you're on your favorite road, you think you have your preferences set out, but you want to try a little bit softer shock setting, you can override it here. The M button will always take you back to your preference.
That's correct.
Well, that's enough to get all of us in trouble, so let's go see how it works.
Right on.
All right, about to start the second competition, the slalom competition. Tell us a little bit about what we're doing.
Well, basically 8 gates, slalom 8 gates. They're 100 feet apart. Clock starts at the entrance of the first gate, stops at the exit, the last gate, the last cone. Basically, quickest ET wins.
All right, let's do it.
Each competitor will get 3 attempts at the slalom, and on their first try, 2 of our drivers had problems. Tommy couldn't make it cleanly to the finish, which earned him some more grief from Boris and company.
You look good. Out of control, but good. You look kind of like Robbie Gordon. Just an observation.
Yeah. And John had trouble negotiating that same part of the course as well, making it a frustrating start to the slalom.
You know what I'm going to do? I am going to change my throttle setting. I had the quickest throttle response. I'm going to slow down the throttle response here.
3, 2, 1, and here we go.
A new track record.
858.
Go, please.
Next up, Graham Rahal making his second run. On his first attempt, he recorded a 9.35. Slalom run number 2 for Graham. Not as good as Tommy, but better than his first, 8.89 seconds.
I turned the M mode on that time.
Yeah?
You get some serious oversteer.
He's not as smooth on the gas as you were, TK.
Run number 2 for John Andretti, 8.51.
8:51. Close.
Best time so far. One more driver left to go.
Boris, you know, this is one of your compadres here, and so I'm going to try to help you. What I did is I put a little bit more bite in the car, and then you just trail brake it a little bit, so you should be okay, but traction control is up to you.
So you're not going to tell me your secrets?
Yeah, once you get done.
Did you run the radio on or off? I think I'm running the radio on. The stereo's good.
Well, go ahead, but play loud enough so we can hear it when you go by.
He definitely had the traction control on. You could hear it cut the throttle when it got across.
889.
You didn't play it loud enough.
We heard it. We heard it.
How bad was that?
889.
Gotcha.
So after the first 2 runs of the slalom, John Andretti leads TK and the rest of the field. The finals are next. Can Boris make it 2 in a row? John Andretti leads the slalom portion of the BMW M3 Ultimate Driver Challenge heading into the finals. First up, Tommy Kendall.
Now that I've got a solid run in, I'm going to charge that first gate a little harder. Just get a little more aggressive.
Go, please.
Ooh, 845.
That was a solid run.
Great run by TK. His 8.45 makes him the new leader.
I'm up. You're not going to let him show you up, are you, Home Slice?
I hope not.
Home slice. What's that
Oh,
about?
sliced bread. He's like the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Ah.
He's 19.
Okay.
Famous IndyCar driver.
3, 2, nail it, Graham.
Young Rahall's best time so far in competition is an 8.89. He'll have to be considerably quicker on this final run if he hopes to beat Tommy's 8.45.
$853. Big improvement. Ooh, big improvement.
I turned the traction control on
Oh, you did?
so that through here it wasn't getting so much wheel spin.
Really? Oh, wow.
Seemed
So
to
it settled
help.
that- see, you can
It
hear
helps
going
at the
through.
end. It settles it at the end here.
3, 2, 1.
Final run now for John Andretti. His best time so far is an 8.51, but he needs to beat an 8.45. Can he do it?
Little
He
behind.
likes the throttle. 833. Whoa! I got my work cut out for me.
833.
See, I could reach the pedals that time and move my seat forward.
So with Boris up next, John talked about the changes he made on his 8.33, which incidentally is just 200ths off the course record.
I went with slower throttle because that's more what I'm used to, and then I went with the medium setting based on what the engineers here told us to do.
Medium on the shocks.
It is cool that changing all those things has that big of an effect.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and go, please.
This is the final run in the slalom competition. Boris's best time so far is an 8.89. The time to beat, 8.33.
Yeah. 826. Wow.
So by just 700ths of a second, Boris wins.
Tell him a 926.
Yeah, he's telling him right there.
826.
We done?
It's over with.
Clean but aggressive, Boris's final run of the slalom earns him his second win in a row in the BMW M3 Ultimate Driver Challenge. And the win gives Boris the right to set the order for the next exercise, the lane change.
It's like Survivor. But I'm going to keep the order the same. You're going first, and young Mr. Rahal second, and the stock car guys are going to bring the rear up.
Today's first two competitions have showcased the M character, which is precision, feedback, and response, not just raw power. During the development of this new fourth-generation M3, BMW engineers covered more than 600,000 test miles at the classic Nürburgring circuit. The 2008